Action movies don't always get the love they deserve, but some are even more overlooked than others. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 underrated action movies.
Before we begin, be sure to tune in to Watch Mojo Live, coming at you from London on July 12th with musical performances by Air Lou, Leif Erikson, and Bluey Robinson.
For this list, we're looking at quality action movies that either bombed at the box office or didn't make an impression on critics for whatever reason. Number 10, RocknRolla.
Let me tell you how this works. You're going in to drink, and I'm gonna have a cup of tea.
With classics like Snatch and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels under his belt, Guy Ritchie's bound to have at least one overlooked gem. Like most of his movies, this action crime comedy contains multiple storylines that all intertwine through happenstance. Throw in charming English wit and a heavy dose of violence, and you've got a great action film.
Don't worry, he can't defend himself, he's got no head.
Albeit one that received mixed reviews from critics, but was a hit with audiences. RocknRolla was number 1 at the box office in the UK when it was released, and went on to gross over $25 million. That may be a far cry from the $83 million for Snatch, but still, Ritchie's 5th film deserves more appreciation.
Oh, you are something special, Mr. Johnny Quid.
Number 9, Attack the Block.
You know what that is? I'll tell you what that is. That's an alien, bruv. Believe it.
You don't want to mess with the kids on this block. This campy sci-fi action movie is a fun twist on the alien invasion genre. Steeped in youthful innocence, it follows a local gang of hoodlums fighting off aliens with fireworks, baseball bats, and a samurai sword. But that doesn't mean it's not violent. Director Joe Cornish conceived of the idea after he was mugged, and he interviewed kids in youth groups to find out how they fight off an army of aliens. Plus, the acting is phenomenal for a cast of primarily teen actors. John Boyega, better known now for his role in Star Wars The Force Awakens, received high praise from critics as the main character, Moses.
We ain't killing each other fast enough, so they decided to speed up the process.
Number 8, Haywire.
That's actually real?
Oh yeah.
A hero on the run storyline is always a good premise for an action thriller. In this one, Mallory Kane is being stabbed in the back by her employer/ex-lover, but she can't figure out why.
You can tell me right now why you sold me out and what you're into with Studer, or you can tell me in 10 minutes when I have my hands around your throat.
Half of the movie is told through flashbacks, which makes for an interesting and unconventional viewing experience. Actress Gina Carano, an MMA fighter in real life, performs all her own stunts, and the movie is all the better for it. The hand-to-hand combat scenes are fantastic, and Carano's character kicks some major butt. At certain points, viewers are just as lost as the main character is as to what's happening, but all the pieces of the puzzle come together in the end.
I'll let you know.
When?
When I have him.
Number 7, The Rundown.
I pick up guns, bad things happen to people. I don't like that.
It's a rumble in the jungle, and The Rock is kicking butt and taking names. Dwayne Johnson plays Beck, a no-nonsense bounty hunter tasked with retrieving his boss's son from the Brazilian jungle. Of course, it's not as straightforward as that.
Is that duct tape?
Along the way, Beck ends up getting beaten up by a guy half his size and has an unfortunate encounter with a monkey.
Get out of here, monkey! Get out of here, monkey!
Johnson has undeniable chemistry with Seann William Scott,
What if your best friend was gonna die? You wouldn't pick up a gun?
No guns.
who plays the smart-mouthed bounty. All in all, the movie brings a lot to the table with its delightful back-and-forth dialogue and over-the-top characters. Plus, the final scene is pretty badass.
Whoa!
Number 6, To Live and Die in L.A.
Then you better lock your cell door, baby, and throw away the key, because I cannot take care of you in here.
There's nothing U.S. Secret Service agent Richard Chance won't do to bring down the man who killed his partner. Chance pulls every trick in the book, and many off the book, to bring down counterfeiter Rick Masters.
If you can't come up with the front money, you're not for real.
The dialogue is sometimes clumsy, and it may have received mixed reviews, but there's no denying that the acting is good. Willem Dafoe's portrayal as Masters as a cold criminal is chilling.
What a tragedy. I want my 600K.
The shootouts and car chases provide the excitement, but waiting to see how far Chance will go is where the suspense builds. Altogether, the movie deserves a look from fans who may have once ignored it.
I'm gonna bag Masters and I don't give a shit how I do it.
Number 5, Strange Days.
This is your life! Right here! Right now!
Imagine a world where you could have any experience in life from the comfort of your own home. In this science fiction thriller, Lenny Nero deals in squid discs, recordings that allow the user to experience someone else's memories and physical sensations.
We call it being wired, but there's no wire.
The James Cameron-written story pulls you in from the start and keeps you on the edge of your seat with twists and turns as Nero tries to track down a prostitute's killer.
911 is busy.
It's all right, Lenny. They never make it in time anyway.
Even though it was a commercial failure, it's hard to see why. Whether it's Lenny's expertly crafted dialogue as he waxes poetic about being the Santa Claus of the subconscious, or the heart-pumping action, Strange Days holds its own as a top-tier film. Number 4, Ronin.
Whenever there's any doubt, there is no doubt. That's the first thing they teach you.
Any action movie worth its salt has at least one good car chase scene, and thanks to director John Frankenheimer, Ronin has several. According to the DVD director commentary, the movie used 300 stunt drivers, and in many of the scenes, the actors were actually in the cars when they were shot. When not in a high-speed chase, Robert De Niro plays a tough ex-special ops agent trying to steal a briefcase, although no one will tell him what's inside it.
What's in the case?
Throw in shootouts and De Niro blowing up a car with a bazooka, and you've got a great but underseen action movie.
You ever kill anybody?
I hurt somebody's feelings once.
Number 3, Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai.
I've been expecting you.
Mob movie meets samurai on the big screen in this Jim Jarmusch film. Forrest Whitaker plays a mysterious, soft-spoken hitman following the ways of the ancient Japanese warriors, and he soon finds himself the target of the man he once worked for.
I don't mean you no disrespect. Besides, I don't want to put too many holes in you.
This isn't your classic hard-hitting, guns-blazing action movie. Shootouts are kept to a minimum, and there isn't much dialogue, but the story and its main characters make for a compelling film. Plus, hip-hop fans are sure to like the soundtrack produced by Wu-Tang Clan's RZA, who also makes a cameo appearance.
Ghost Dog, power equality. I always see everything, my brother.
Number 2, A Better Tomorrow. Almost everyone deserves a second chance, but does that extend to gangsters responsible for their own father's death? This Hong Kong blockbuster directed by John Woo struggles to answer that question, with a healthy dose of action on the side. This movie may not be considered a classic in North America, but it was a smash hit in Asia, breaking Hong Kong's box office records. Plus, co-star Chow Yun-fat looks so cool chewing on a matchstick, wearing a trench coat, and mowing down gangsters with a machine gun. Wu would go on to use Yun-fat in his influential 1992 action flick, Hard Boiled. So even if reading subtitles isn't your thing, you won't be disappointed.
你信不信有神？信，我就是神。
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Like that?
Number 1, Snowpiercer.
My friend, you suffer from the misplaced optimism of the doomed.
More action movies should take place on trains. This sci-fi thriller is set on the never-ending, rattling arc, built to save humanity from a new ice age induced as an effort to combat global warming.
Without you, Curtis, humanity will cease to exist.
The premise for the movie, based on a French graphic novel, is unique and the action scenes are epic. And we guarantee you've never seen an axe fight scene as brutal as this one. The Czech-Korean movie did phenomenally abroad, but barely made money when it was released in the US, despite rave reviews. Considering the movie grapples with larger themes of class warfare, population control, and climate change, Snowpiercer is much better than its North American box office numbers indicate.
Close the gate quick! Shut it!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.